But far away from the manger small lay many shepherds standing tall. And while they watched their flocks by night, they were in for quite a fright.
Hey, I can't sit in a big line until there's some blocks.
I'm not going to do it.
Why not?
First of all, donkeys don't talk. Second of all, I'm sick and tired of playing all the little characters. Junior Detective Small you were, now Little Lamb. I'm not even the smallest one here. I'm boycotting this stupid stick.
Look, we've all heard this a million times, so let's just get this boring story over with. Did someone just call the most exciting story in the world boring?
Who are you?
I'm Noelle, the Christmas critic. It's my job to stop Christmas-related emergencies. And this is the biggest Christmas emergency I've seen in a while. First of all, why are you doing a Christmas skit in August?
I don't know if you noticed, but there's this thing called the pandemic that showed up earlier.
I didn't hear about that. Anyway, what is this boring adult doing on stage? You. Leave.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
But most importantly, what do you mean the story is boring? This is the greatest story ever.
Well, yeah, it's cool and all, but I don't just get the hype. My mom gives birth to me, you don't see my family celebrating that every year.
Yeah, we do.
Bad example. Either way, we've all heard their story a million times, so I tell it every single year.
Especially for his son. Adorable little guy makes the entire congregation know.
Aww.
Donkeys don't talk, Joel.
I think I see the problem here. You guys don't know the full story.
What do you mean the full story?
I mean the entire Christmas story. The one with sweeping romance and epic battles. The one that has you in it.
I know Mary's the Christmas story.
No, I mean you. Summer Bruning are in the Christmas story.
How is that possible?
Everyone on the stages. But to understand that, we have to start at the very beginning of the Christmas story. And by beginning, I mean Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve were the first humans God created. They lived in the Garden of Eden, where they walked side by side with God. But little did they know that danger was lurking.
Ah, what a beautiful day in the garden. Hey Adam, do you want something to eat? Yeah, we're trying to decide what to eat. There's so many trees to choose from.
But didn't God say that you must not eat from any tree in the garden?
No, we're allowed to eat from any tree, except the tree in the middle of the garden. We eat it, we die.
What? That's ridiculous. God only told you that because he doesn't want you to be like him. If you eat from this tree, you'll know the difference between good and evil. Same as God.
I want to be like God. What do you think, Adam? What to do, who to trust. It does look really tasty.
And so, Eve took a bite of fruit from the tree God told her not to eat from.
This is a cucumber.
Fun fact, botanically speaking, a cucumber is a fruit. And the Bible doesn't say what fruit it was, so for all we know, it was a cucumber.
But a cucumber grows on a vine, and they're native to India.
Do you want to look like a fruit expert to you?
So you expect us to take a giant bite out of cucumber on stage?
And so Eve took a bite of the fruit.
Here, Adam.
But as soon as they took a bite, they realized that they made a mistake, and God was looking for them.
She started it! Oh, now look who's talkative.
Turns out, it didn't really matter who started it. God was right to warn them. Adam and Eve, and every human after them, was going to die.
What do we do now?
Luckily for you and everyone else, God made another promise. He said he would send someone to defeat death. And from that point on, people were waiting for this promised person, who would later become known as the Messiah. there were some people who were likely candidates, but the least likely person to have news about the Messiah was about to have some information. I'm Balaam. I'm the best guy that ever lived. And with my trusty donkey by my side, I'm about to destroy the Israelites. Balaam, 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 Balaam. Come on, let's go. The Israelites are waiting patiently to be destroyed. Balaam, 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 Balaam. Long way. Hello? I was hired by the king to destroy the Israelites with my magic stick. Do you see any magic coming out of my stick? No? Then let's head to the Israelites.
Why does he deserve to be hit these 3 times?
I thought donkeys couldn't talk.
With God, anything is possible. I'm Balaam, the coolest guy around, and you're over here making me look like a silly goose who can't read directions. If there's a sword nearby, I expect you with them instead.
Okay, so this guy's donkey started talking to him, and he still didn't think to look around. He's got to be the most thick-headed character in the entire Bible.
You'd be surprised. Excuse me, but I'm pretty sure I am the most big-headed character in the Bible. Who could be more remarkable than me? Let's find out. It's time to play Most Big-Headed Bible Character! Do you think it could have anything to do with how you worship people and kill false gods? Kill people and worship false gods?
No, that can't be it.
Oh, of course not. Next up, we have Samson. Tell me, Samson, what are your weekend plans?
Well, I have this new girlfriend, her name's Delilah, and she keeps asking where I get my strength from. I tell her a lie, and every time she tries to take my strength away. So naturally, the next thing to do is tell her where I get my strength from.
God?
What? No, my hair. Anyway, I figure I'm strong enough. I don't need God. Once again, my hair, I tell Delilah to cut my hair, and then use my strength to continue living life.
So you think you don't need God anymore?
I'm saying I don't need my hair, but I guess I don't need God either. I'll be fine.
Wow, Samson, I cannot think of a single thing that could possibly go wrong with your plan. And we all know Balaam's story. So now it's up to you, audience. Which Bible character do you think is the most thick-headed? We'll find out the answer on the non-existent next episode of Most Big-Headed Bible Character!
Lots more.
And I'm not even arguing with my donkey. Bye. Bye. Where were we? Oh yeah, I can't believe you won't let me keep going.
This whole time we've been together. Have I ever led you astray?
No, I guess not.
Just turn around.
Oh, hi there, angel about to kill me.
Why did you hate your donkey like that? I came here to keep you from hurting people, and if it wasn't for your donkey turning away, you would be dead right now.
Wait a second. An angel doesn't want me to destroy the Israelites. My donkey can talk. Oh no, the Israelite God is the one true God.
Yup.
I guess I'm not supposed to destroy the Israelite stuff.
Well, now wait just a second. You can go and...
Awesome, will do. Alright, Israelites, are you guys ready to be cursed so bad? Just kidding! I'm gonna bless you guys instead. You guys have been waiting for a conqueror, right? Very good thought, here now. A great conqueror will come out of Israel.
The conqueror conquered Dad?
A lot of people think so. But what's up with that dead conqueror? Who is he?
Jesus?
Bingo! I think it's about time to know a little bit more about the Messiah's life story.
Now it's time for the DVD.
Not even close! Let's take a look at a certain young lady who had become very important to save all the world's people from their sins.
Wait, is it the love story one? That's so boring!
Oh, don't worry, we're gonna spice things up a bit. Get ready for Ruth, the musical!
I don't think I'm gonna like this one so much.
Fine, your loss. Our story begins with Ruth. Ruth's husband had died, and her mother-in-law Naomi wanted her to leave. However, Ruth had other plans, and her plans would become wonderful lyrics to a Chris Tomlin song a few thousand years later. Where you go, I'll go. Where you stay, I'll stay. When you move, I'll move. I'll follow you. Who you love, I'll love. How you serve, I'll serve. If this life I lose, I'll follow you. I'll follow you, yeah.
Are you sure your sister-in-law has left? You really don't have to stay.
No, Naomi, I love you. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God.
What, so the Israelites weren't Ruth's people?
No, Ruth was a Moabite. She came from an enemy tribe of the Israelites. But she was willing to accept the one true God and leave everything she knew for Naomi.
I'm very old. I can't take care of myself. I don't want you to have to spend all your time looking out for me.
No, I'm going with you, whether you like it or not. And so, Ruth and Naomi headed back from Moab to the tribe of Israel.
Is that Naomi? Wasn't she the one that moved away to be with her sons, and now her sons are dead? She comes back crawling here. What's worse? She's a Moabite girl. Can you believe it?
Don't pay attention to her. Let's keep going.
So this is where we're staying, huh? Nice place. Anyway, I need to find a job. That way you and I can have some food.
I have good news. Based on God's law, any poor people can take the leftovers from the fields that people are going to eat.
Great idea. I'll go there tomorrow. So when the next day came, Ruth headed out to Boaz's field.
Good morning, everyone. May the Lord be with you.
The Lord bless you.
Who was that young woman over there? Did she work for me?
Oh, that's Ruth. She came with Naomi from Moab. She asked if she could take some of the extra grain back home. And she has been working through the hot sun all day.
Oh, Naomi? I know her. She should be getting leftover grains from the ground. Ruth, take a break. Why don't you go serve the other one?
Thank you so much, sir. And if I may ask, why do you care so much about me?
Are you kidding? I've heard everything you've done for Naomi. You are a great person. May God reward you.
Thank you so much. I hope I can continue to help you out.
Let's lunchtime, everybody.
Come on, Ruth. Why don't you sit with me?
And after lunchtime was over,
All right, everyone. This woman here is Ruth. And don't lay a finger on her or you'll have to personally report to me.
thank you, thank you.
It's the least I can do. Come back every single day until the harvest is over.
All right, I will.
Great, I can't wait to see more of you.
Yeah, me too.
Ew, this is so gross.
Here's the thing about Boaz. He's our kinsman redeemer. Since he's related to my husband, if you marry him, we can get our land back.
Redeemer, you know what that means. Please, no more singing.
But wait, why is Boaz a redeemer? I thought Jesus was a redeemer.
Boaz is the redeemer because he bought us back. He bought us back the land for Naomi and Ruth. Jesus is our redeemer because he brought us back from sin. In a way, what Boaz did is a picture of what Jesus would later do for all of us.
So wait, what did Ruth do? Did she tell Boaz she loved him? Wait, is someone who cared about the story would say? Which I don't.
Yes, Ruth did. Ruth asked for Boaz to be her kinsman redeemer. Boaz said yes. But there was one small problem.
But wait, I'm the cousin redeeming. That land is mine.
What? No! Ruth was supposed to be with Boaz. He doesn't care about marrying Ruth. He just wants the land. That's so unfair.
Wait, I have to marry Ruth? Never mind, we can have her.
Yes! This is such a fascinating story.
So Ruth and Boaz got married and lived happily ever after. And you want to know the coolest part?
What?
Ruth ended up in the genealogy of Jesus. Not only were Ruth and Boaz a picture of Jesus' sacrifice for us, but they ended up being direct ancestors to Jesus himself. Their story truly is a part of Christmas, the prequel. Now, to continue Jesus' genealogy, let's go farther into the future.
All your sons and one that I will be king.
Here they are.
You're too fashionable. You're so short. You're shorter than your brother. You're too, cocky. Now that you're going to be king, are you sure you don't have any other sons?
Well, I do have one other son, but he's very small. He's a little bitty, tiny, small boy. His name is David. And he's so small, he didn't even think he could be king, so he's asking to some shade.
Oh, come on. You're the one who's going to be king. Me? Yes, if you say so.
And so David, the future king of Israel, spent part of his time watching, and part of his time playing for King Saul. But trouble was brewing.
Wahaha! You Israelites think you can defeat me! Wait for a bit of life! Seek me, woman!
Well, he must be the tallest, scariest person I've ever seen.
Come on, fight me. shepherd. Whoa,
what's going on here?
The Philistines is driving to kill us. What will we do?
Defeat him?
What? How could we possibly defeat him?
You really think a measly human could defeat an army with God of all creation on your side? Who does this guy think he is compared to the one true living God?
What are you doing here anyway?
Are you supposed to be watching your sheep? Not anymore. I'm going to keep the light.
You the kid? No way, you're just a boy.
A lot of wild animals come and try to attack me. If God blocks me, if God can protect me then God can protect me now.
Okay then, there you go.
I don't need all this. I've got God on my side. I think he's God, man. Hey, you big low, prepare to be defeated at the hands of God. Hey, you big low, prepare to be defeated at the hands of the one true God.
I told you you need one. Unfortunately, you become bird food.
You may have a sword and spears, but you know what I have that you don't. I have the all-powerful God of Israel, so only you becomes the bird food.
This has got to be the weirdest argument I've ever heard.
David flung a single stone at Goliath and hit him right in the head. And then Goliath fell face first before God.
All right.
I guess there really is nothing wrong with being small as long as you have God.
Let's get out of here!
Wow, I just defeated a great warrior, and God has appointed me to be king. Things are looking up for me.
What do you think where I'm supposed to be the king?
I mean after you.
Not good enough, kid. I'm the king! I'm the king!
Don't worry about him, he'll be fine. For the most part.
Did David end up in Jesus' genealogy too?
You bet. And not only that, all of the rightful kings of Judah would be descendants of David.
Wow, it makes a lot of sense that Jesus would be David's descendants because Jesus is one true living king.
Exactly.
I bet all David's descendants were great people.
Well, at this point in Israel's history, the kingdom has split into two with two separate kings. The northern kingdom was called Israel, and their king was Pekah. The southern kingdom was called Judah, and they were generally more faithful to God's laws. Their king was Ahaz.
I'm bored. I kind of want to conquer Syria.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
We'll probably need more people, though. I know. I'll ask you for help. Hey, Ahaz, want to conquer Syria with me?
What? I'm not going to take the palace of the third? No way, I'm not trying to get killed.
Okay, then. I guess President I will have to conquer you first, and then force you to help us. Conquer Syria. We're really bored. I'm gonna get my army. See you soon.
Isaiah!
What is it? I'm trying to eat my lunch. You need to stop freaking me out like that, or I'm going to start calling you A-Spags.
This is a big deal, you see.
Because threatening me because you won't help him conquer Syria?
How did you know that?
I talked to God. It's kind of my thing. Anyway,
Look, Isaiah, I'm not going to trust God, okay? How dense can you be?
Really? I'm the dense one? Alright, that's it. I have had up to here with your nonsense. God promised to protect you, you refuse to believe him? You want to sign that God keeps his promises? Someday a virgin will give birth to a son and his name will be called Emmanuel. He will know the difference between right and wrong, and he will choose right. By the time that happens, a Syria will never exist. God doesn't promise to deliver, well, here you go.
Amen.
Wait, did Isaiah really say all that?
Cool, huh?
So what did Ahaz do with that information?
Still not going to trust God.
Okay, well, here comes back in prison. What are you going to do then?
I know, I'll tell them. Be right back.
What is it?
Peck and Resin are going to attack you. I heard it myself. But I told not to. So now they're off the kingdom trying to take us over.
I'm gonna check this out.
See, they're right. Wait, where are they?
They gave up. They couldn't defeat us.
Wow, that's crazy. It's almost like they had some sort of higher type of power in their sense.
Sick.
I'm not gonna forget this.
Great job with A's fast. Now Syria doesn't like us. This could have been avoided if you just trusted God in the first place.
And that's his son's problem.
Well,
For once, Ahaz was right. Later on, Ahaz's son Hezekiah would have a run-in with Tiglath-Pileser-Pileser's grandson, Sennacherib. Hezekiah loved God and trusted that he would protect his people, which made Sennacherib angry.
Oh, Hezekiah, I have something to tell you. It's about your precious God you keep going on about.
Our God will deliver us no matter what. That's all Satan.
Oh, really? Because my God just told me to defeat your entire kingdom. And my God is much, much stronger than your God. Your stupid, disgusting people will all die because my armies are backed by a more powerful God than your armies. Hezekiah tells you to trust your God, but you'll soon lie in ruin. Come with me, because if you stay here, you'll be pummeled to the ground with your king and your God. Fine then. I'll be back, and when I am, you'd better be prepared for the worst.
No one talks to God that way. I need you all to pray, and I'm going to find Isaiah and decide what to do next. Isaiah, what does God want me to do?
God knows what Sennacherib said. Don't worry. Just trust God.
Okay.
Wait, what?
You said to trust God, so I'm going to trust God.
Hooray! I'm so better than that.
Good news, everybody. God said he's going to deliver us no matter what. We have nothing to fear.
Yay!
Hezekiah!
What?
So you say your God will deliver you, huh? You know who else said that? Gozan, Aran, Rezeph, Telsar, Hamath, Arpagler, Hannah, and Iba. And you know what happened to them? Assyria destroyed them all. None of those kings lived to tell the tale. Why do you think you will? You think the puny kingdom of Judah can stand up against us? I'd like to see you try. Oh, lucky me, I will.
Lord Almighty, it is you alone who rules over the heavens and the earth. Please listen to me and hear the words that Sennacherib has said against you. It is true that Assyria has laid waste to many other gods, even thrown them into a fire. But those gods were made out of wood and stone, fashioned by human hands. Please deliver us from Sennacherib, and so everyone will know that you, Lord, are the only one true God. Amen.
Hezekiah?
Oh, Isaiah, I didn't see that.
The Lord has heard your prayer. Sennacherib doesn't stand a chance. It's funny that Sennacherib should bring up that all Assyria has accomplished when it is our God who's created the tallest mountains and the deepest streams. He's delivered us before, and he will certainly do it again. In fact, Sennacherib won't even enter this city. God will defend Judah for his sake and the sake of David.
Sennacherib, prepare prepared his army and started marching toward Judah. All was going well, until one morning.
All right, everyone, up and at 'em. Hello? Well, fetch my buttons. They're all dead. I'll be.
And that was the last time Sennacherib messed with Judah's God.
Wow, that was an incredible story. But rather than actually focusing about the Servant King, what did it have to do with Christmas?
Well, both Ahaz and Hezekiah were in the line of David.
So were they both in Jesus' genealogy?
Yup.
Hey, it seems like this show is starting to wrap up soon. Or at least I hope it is. I still haven't explained how to part of the Christmas story.
Ah, yes. The last piece of our story today. It has to do with another ancestor of Jesus, named Zerubbabel. This story takes place after the exile.
What's an exile?
The kingdom of Judah declined in their faithfulness to God after Hezekiah.
It wasn't all bad.
But they definitely didn't trust God as much and started worshiping false idols. As a result, God allowed the Babylonians to conquer Judah. They took them away as captives in Babylon for 70 years. At the end of their captivity, a small group of Israelites decided to go back to where the temple of God used to be. So they could start worshiping him again. Zerubbabel was a descendant of David, so he was chosen to be the leader of this group, since he would be Judah's king if they were never taken into exile. In this group were two prophets, named Haggai and Zechariah.
Wow, Zerubbabel. Zerubbabel. It's really a shame. That pile of rubble used to be at the temple for people to worship God, to talk to God. There are a lot of wild animals out here. Shouldn't these herbs make some houses so we'll be safe?
Yeah, it sounds like a good idea. How can you think about building your own house when the state of God is like this? God says rebuild the temple.
You know what? We've been through a lot not listening to God. Hey everyone, let's focus on our efforts to rebuilding the temple.
I like this guy. I'm glad he's ancestry.
Hey, Dad, what's up? Wow, you can off a lot like Hezekiah.
What are you doing here, Isaac? Shouldn't you be dead?
But it wasn't not just to Ahaz and Hezekiah. They can comfort you too. And the people of all times. And I have some great news for you all.
What is it?
I'd like to tell you about a servant king. Surely took up our pain and bore our suffering. Yet we deserve him, punished by God, stricken by him and afflicted. But he was pierced for our transgressions and crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his wounds we are healed. We all like sheep have gone astray. Each of us has turned to our own ways. The Lord has laid on him iniquity and woe of soul. Yet it was the Lord who will crush him and cause him to suffer. And though the Lord makes his life an offering for sin, he will see his offspring and prolong in his days, and the bow of the Lord will prosper in his hand. For he bore the sin of many and made intercessions for our transgressors.
Wow, this is definitely about the person who defeats sin that God told Adam and Eve about.
Yes, and after years and years of waiting, Jesus was finally born to fulfill this promise. That's what makes the Christmas story so amazing. Through this whole time, God showed his faithfulness to his people. Not only that, but he gave pictures and signs of Jesus' sacrifice the whole time. God never forgot about his promise, keeping his promise alive through the entire ancestry of Jesus. Through Adam and Eve, Balaam, Ruth, David, Isaiah, Zerubbabel, and so many others, we got to see bits and pieces of this promise. And now, with a baby in a manger, we have a Savior they'd all been looking for.
Wait, I have something to say.
Please do.
In those days, from all languages and nations will take from hold a Jew by his robe and say, "Let us go with you, because we have heard that God is with you."
One Jew, Zechariah must be talking about Jesus. So by following Jesus, we're fulfilling God's promise. I, Jonathan Brewing,
and part of God's amazing story. And each and every one of you.
No, all I want to do is tell people about it.
Go! Tell as many people as you can. Continue to fulfill God's promise by bringing more people into the greatest kingdom of all, God's kingdom. Jesus' birth is not something to keep quiet about.
That's great. Come on, everybody, let's celebrate Jesus' birth and God's promise and our part in God's story.